Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Narrated Abdullah radiallahu ta'ala anhu. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam prayed, and the sub-narrator Ibrahim said, I do not know whether he prayed more or less than usual. And when he had finished the prayers, he was asked, O Allah Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam, has there been any change in prayer? He sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, what is it? The people said, you have prayed so much and so much. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam bent his legs, faced the Qibla and performed 2 prostration of Sajda Sahab, and finished his prayer with taslim by turning his face to right and left, saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. When he turned his face to us, he said, if there had been anything changed in the prayer, surely I would have informed you, but I am a human being like you and liable to forget like you. So if I forget, remind me, and if any one of you is doubtful about his prayer, he should follow what he thinks to be correct and complete his prayer accordingly, and finished it and do 2 prostration of sahab. Narrated Umar bin Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu, my Lord agreed with me in 3 things. Number 1, I said, O Allah Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I wished we took the station of Abraham as our praying place for some of our prayers. So came the divine inspiration, and take you people the station of Abraham as a place of prayer for some of your prayers, 2 rakat of the Tawaf of Kaaba. Number 2, and as regards the verses of wailing of the woman, I said, O Allah Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I wished you ordered your wives to cover themselves for the men, because good and bad ones talk to them. So the words of the wailing of the woman was revealed. Third, once the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam made a united front against the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I said to them, it may be if the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam divorced you, all that his Lord Allah will give him instead of you, wives better than you. So this verse, the same as I had said, was revealed. Narrated Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, while the people were offering the Fajr prayer at Kaaba near Medina, someone came to them and said, it has been revealed to Allah Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam tonight, and he has been ordered to pray facing the Kaaba. So turn your face to the Kaaba. Those people were facing Sham, Jerusalem, so they turned their faces toward Kaaba at Mecca. Narrated Abdullah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, once the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam offered 5 rakat in Dhuhr prayer. He was asked, is there any increase in the prayer? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, and what is it? They said, you have prayed 5 rakat. So he bent his legs and performed 2 prostration of sahab. Narrated Anas bin Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam some sputum in the direction of Qibla on the wall of mosque, and he disliked that, and the sign of disgust was apparent from his face. So he got up and scraped it off with his hand and said, whenever any one of you stand for the prayer, he is speaking in private to his Lord, or his Lord is between him and his Qibla. So none of you should spit in the direction of Qibla, but one can spit to the left or under his foot. The Prophet ﷺ then took the corner to his sheet and spat in it and folded it and said, "Oh, you can do this." Narrated Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Allah Apostle ﷺ sputum on the wall of mosque in the direction of the Qibla and scraped it off. He faced the people and said, "Whenever any one of you is praying, he should not spit in front of him because in the prayer Allah is in front of him." Narrated Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, the mother of faithful believers, Allah Apostle ﷺ saw some nasal secretions or expectoration or sputum on the wall of mosque in the direction of the Qibla and scraped it off. Narrated Abu Huraira and Abu Sa'id Khidri radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Allah Apostle ﷺ saw some expectoration on the wall of the mosque. He took gravel and scraped it off and said, "If any one of you wanted to spit, he should neither spit in front of him nor on his right, but he could spit either on his left or under his left foot." Narrated Abu Huraira and Abu Sa'id Khidri radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Allah Apostle ﷺ saw some expectoration on the wall of the mosque. He took gravel and scraped it off and said, "If any one of you wanted to spit, he should neither spit in front of him nor on his right, but he could spit either on his left or under his left foot." Narrated Abu Huraira and Abu Sa'id Khidri radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Allah Apostle ﷺ saw some expectoration on the wall of the mosque. He took gravel and scraped it off and said, "If any one of you wanted to spit, he should neither spit in front of him nor on his right, but he could spit either on his left or under his left foot." Narrated Abu Huraira and Abu Sa'id Khidri radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Allah Apostle ﷺ saw some expectoration on the wall of the mosque. He took gravel and scraped it off and said, "If any one of you wanted to spit, he should neither spit in front of him nor on his right, but he could spit either on his left or under his left foot." Narrated Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Prophet ﷺ said, "None of you should spit in front or in his right, but he could spit either on his left or under his foot." Narrated Anas bin Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Prophet ﷺ said, "A faithful believer while in prayers is speaking in private to his Lord. So he should not either spit in front of him nor to his right, but he could spit either on his left or under his foot." Narrated Abu Sa'id radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Prophet ﷺ saw sputum on the wall of the mosque in the direction of the Qibla and scraped it off with gravel. Then he forbade spitting in front or on the right, but allowed it on one's left or under one's left foot. Narrated Anas bin Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Spitting in the mosque is a sin, and its expiation is to bury it."